If you're interested in learning how to open your own bar or how to open your own restaurant, I'm going to share with you the simple 3-step process that all my clients have used to get their businesses off the ground using other people's money, even if you have no experience in the bar or restaurant industry. Stay tuned. What's up guys, Sam James, Barprints.com, and if you're new to the channel and you're a lover of all things cocktail, I'm going to ask you to go ahead and hit the subscribe button and click the notification bell so you never miss a new video whenever they come out. It only takes 2 seconds and it's one of the best ways that I can help you cocktail greater. Now whether you're new to the channel or a longtime member of the Barprints community, you may be saying to yourself, what does Sam know about opening a bar or opening a restaurant when all he talks about are cocktail recipes and cocktail making techniques? Well, all that cocktail knowledge was acquired during my almost 30 years in the hospitality industry, working everywhere from the States to the Caribbean to even Europe. And during the last 15 or so years, I've been working as a hospitality consultant where I've consulted on projects as small as food trucks, bars, and restaurants to projects as big as hotels, resorts, and even cruise shipping ports. I'm also a top-rated freelancer on Upwork with a 100% job success rating. I'll leave a link to that as well as my other profiles so you can see what my past clients and my colleagues had to say about my work. And finally, if you stick around to the end of the video, I'm going to give you my solve to get around the but you have no industry experience problem that many of you may come across, as well as give you a way that you can work with me directly so I can help you get your business off the ground. Now, right off the bat, this is not a get-rich-quick scheme. There are no magic pills here. There is a ton of work that goes into taking your idea from dream to brick and mortar. But if you're truly serious about making this thing happen and want to fast-track your success, saving yourself all the time and aggravation of having to figure out everything all by yourself by working with a professional who's already done it 100 times before, someone who could take a significant chunk of the workload off your hands, there'll be a link in the description below where you can book a free, no-obligation 30-minute discovery call with me. Now, this isn't legal, tax, or financial advice. For that, you're going to have to consult with your own people to find out which one of these scenarios that we're going to be discussing is going to fit best with your particular situation. Now, onto the 3 steps. Step 1 is finding the money. Now, there's a ton of places where you can go to get money to help finance your business. You just have to know where to look. Starting off with a not so obvious one, government funding. There are a number of government grant programs at the municipal, provincial, and federal levels that fund businesses or projects that they feel will help the community or help the local economy. In some cases, you could get a grant where you can get a set amount of money free and clear once you've met the grant's requirements, and others where there's a percentage limit on how much public funding a particular project can secure. And in some cases, matching funds must be secured in advance of applying for government funds. Now, one of the best ways to find out what kind of programs are available in your area is obviously to Google it or go to your state or city's websites to find out what they have available there. But they actually have a free PDF download with these and other links to help you find other people's money, which I'll put in the description below. Another place to look is private investors. Now, in general, this would include investments from a group of individuals, foundations, corporations, or even friends and family. Now, your success in this area is going to depend on your ability to provide them with a solid plan to show them that you can provide them with a good ROI. Also important here is your past track record and your ability to demonstrate your depth of personal and community commitment to seeing this project all the way through, as well as the ability of those closest in your circle who may be supporting you in this endeavor. Another place to find other people's money is through partnerships. Consider if there's anyone that you could partner with that will share in the cost of starting the business with you. You may choose to co-develop the concept for your business with these people, as well as sharing and dividing the responsibilities of finding the money for the business, as well as managing the project and the processes along the way to get it up and running. Once the business is operational, you guys may decide to co-own and operate the business, which could be advantageous to you depending on if they bring a different set of skills or assets to the table that you don't have. Another place to look for other people's money are the more conventional routes, which are banks, credit unions, or even the SBA. Now, of course, there are many well-known financial institutions that are in the business of lending money. And you could go and deal directly with these institutions, especially if you already have an existing client relationship with them. Or you can even enlist the help of a broker, which will help find the right lending institution for you, the right programs, and even negotiate on your behalf. Now, the latter is beneficial if you have or have had difficulty establishing your own context. Just know that most brokers, if not probably all brokers, will be charging you a fee for their service. Now, interest rates and loan terms will vary from institution to institution and, of course, will depend on your own particular individual situation. So it's always a good idea to present the opportunity to at least 3 to 5 different institutions and then choose what's the best course of action for you. Now, I don't believe that the SBA, for example, requires collateral for a lot of their loan products, but be aware of the fact that a lot of financial institutions do. And they'll look at all different types of sources that are available to them, for example, the equity in your home. Also, the SBA has something called Lender Match, where you can apply through them directly, and they'll go ahead and put you in touch directly with various SBA lenders. And finally, there's crowdfunding. Now, this is probably one of the least conventional forms of raising funds for your business, but it's nonetheless an efficient one. For those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, it's using an online platform like GoFundMe, for example, and using it to raise money for a project, a cause, or effort of some kind by advertising the details on their particular platform. Real quick, if you're finding this video helpful and you're getting a lot of value out of it so far, please take a second and give it a like and share it with a friend who will get some value out of it as well. It only takes a second and helps the channel out way more than you know. All right, back to the steps. Next step, or step number 2, kind of an obvious one as you may have guessed by now, is to pitch the money. Now that you've found the money, now you got to convince them to give some of that money to you. Basically, it's giving them a solid elevator pitch, something to pique their interest, tell them why your idea is so special, what's going to make it successful, and what's going to be most important to them, how they're going to benefit from investing in you. Now, last, step number 3, prove to the money that your idea will be successful and, of course, make them more money. Now, this is where you lay out your plan in its entirety and you show them exactly how you plan to give them X once they've given you Y. Here's where you break down exactly how much money you need to get this business successfully off the ground, and then you show them even further how every single dollar is going to be spent. This is where you hit them with exactly how much you plan to spend on rent, how much you plan to spend on utilities, how much you plan on spending to outfit and build out the business, be it the bar or the restaurant itself, what kind of equipment you're going to use, how much each piece of equipment is going to cost, how much you need to break even. How many customers do you need every month to turn a profit? Where do you find these customers? Can these customers afford to patronize your business? Where do these people live? How are you going to advertise to them? How are you going to be managing the costs and expenses of the business? Who's going to be running the day-to-day operations? How much staff do you need? Being able to answer these questions and many like these is your way of crossing all the T's and dotting all the I's and doing your very best to show that whoever you're asking to invest in your business, that you have minimized their risk as much as possible. Now, like I said at the beginning of this video, some of you may come across the hurdle of you don't have any prior skills or experience in this industry that would lead someone to believe that you could successfully operate a bar or a restaurant. And I really have a 2-part simple fix to help get you over this hump. First part, and the easiest part, you can simply hire talent and experience to help you run and operate the bar or restaurant, whether it's chefs, bartenders, managers, supervisors, whatever the case may be. There's a ton of experienced people out there. You can simply look for, interview, and take the most qualified people you can find to help you run your business. Now, the second solve is by forming what I call an advisory board. And this is going to consist of a group of people in your personal and or professional network that will give you advice in their particular areas of expertise as it relates to the business. Now, this can include anywhere from successful business owners in their own right, lawyers, accountants, industry professionals that you may know yourself, whoever you feel that collectively can give you the most sound advice that will make operating this business a success. Now, if you're looking for programs and tools that'll help you cocktail greater, go ahead and head over to barprints.com and check out what we have over there. And if you're serious about getting started with your own bar or restaurant and you need somebody to help you with all the heavy lifting, don't forget that in the description below, there is a link to book a free, no obligation, 30-minute discovery call with me. So we could chat and we could see how I can help you get to the next level of getting your business off the ground. Finally, if you're looking for some cool cocktail recipes and bartending techniques, you can check out these videos right here. Cheers.